Well, what do we have here? A little juice dripping off the board? You said, what? No, your pork loin isn't that juicy? Let's help you out with that. Now, the best thing about pork loin is the fact that it's not that expensive, and if you cook it right, it's a premium piece of meat. I'm going to show you how, using basic barbecue skills, you can be the king of the cookout with this pork loin. Now, first off, you're going to want to trim off any silver skin. I got lucky with this one, and it's trimmed beautifully. It's ready to move forward. Now, if you need to trim yours, it's not a big deal. Just get a really sharp knife, preferably a boning, and slide it right under there, and try not to gouge out your meat. You want to keep it as clean cut as possible. So the second thing you're going to do is get a cup of apple juice and put about 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce in it. This is going to be our injection. So now you're going to want to go ahead and fill up your injector, and we're going to inject about every 1 square inch. It's going to squirt back out. It's fine. If it starts to squirt, just stop injecting and move on to the next injection point. It's very important that you do not skip this step because you're going to need that moisture to make your pork loin moist. It's a very lean cut of meat. Now, after you've got your pork loin injected, put a fat cap up and go ahead and season it with that Skull and Mortar barbecue rub. If you haven't been able to get it yet, you can use your favorite rub right here. You're going to want to try and get an even thick coat on the flat sides and make sure you get a good spattering there on the sides. There's going to be some people who tell you that you have enough rub on here. Tell those people to mind their own friggin' business, and we're going to hit it with a little Skull and Mortar steak seasoning too. Use whatever you like, Montreal steak, whatever, but make sure you do this. It's going to allow you to get a good textured crust, and it's going to be fire. Now we are ready to put this in the smoker. We've got our meter thermometer in, our smoker is up to 250 degrees, and we're going to toss it in until it gets to an internal temperature of about 140 degrees. Now it's been about an hour and a half and we've hit that 140 degree mark, so we've gone ahead and pulled it on out of the smoker. You can tell this thing is already juicy as possible, but we're not quite done yet. We're going to go ahead and glaze this MF. Now go ahead and pull your probe on out of there. You're not going to need it going forward. Now you might ask yourself, what is this luscious bottle of beauty that you see before you? Well, that's Beach Bum barbecue sauce, and it's available for pre-order down below. Now once you pop that sexy synthetic cork, you're going to go ahead and give your meat just a little drizzle. You're going to brush it on, but don't deny yourself this moment of bliss as the barbecue sauce cascades out of that high-end bottle and splashes down on your meat. And it looks so seductive and sultry. I mean, look at it. That's not just sauce. That's pleasure. It's coming out of that bottle, and it's just cascading down on your meat. Serious, dudes. Do not be a pervert here, okay? We're talking about barbecue sauce. Now, you can use another barbecue sauce if you want, but it's not going to pack the same punch. So hop down there to the description and love yourself. Now, once you have your loin sufficiently glazed, it's time to get that bad boy back on the smoker. You're going to want to throw it back on there for about 20 to 30 minutes. Just give the sauce a little time to firm up. Looking at this though, I'm going to go ahead and hit it with one more little dose of rub, both of them, because I really want to get a textured crust on this. And then I'm going to get it back on that smoker. And here we go, guys, a basic pork loin. This thing is on fire. It is so full of juice that the juice is just gushing out of it, and we haven't even cut it. That's how moist this thing is. Speaking of cutting, the time has come, and we're going to go ahead and slice this bad boy up. I like my slices thicker. If you're doing it for a sandwich, you might want to go thinner, but we're going to eat this bad boy for dinner, so we want it more pork chop size. And look at that juice. It's just literally pouring out of that thing. Now just take a look at this here. Not only do we have a great crust, we have a smoke ring, it's visible, and the juice again is pouring out of this thing. It's got a good pliability to it. It's not overcooked, it's not undercooked, it's perfect. Now I gotta get a taste of this thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here and just bite right into it. And this thing is everything I hoped it would be. It is so good. It is so moist. It is so packed with flavor. In my opinion, this is the best way to make a basic pork loin. It's never going to let you down. It's easy no matter what your skill level is. And if you liked what you saw this week, go ahead and check us out next week. We'll be back with a brand new video every week. Sometimes two, but always at least one. Also subscribe. I don't know, we can hang out and be friends.